What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. What is going on, everybody? As you can tell, if you are hearing my voice right now, I barely have one, but guess what? I show up for the people and I empty the tank. And we are here for episode number 783 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the City of Vineland. And yes, I said we. KB coming at you from Underground Studios and back in the saddle. About a year to the day that he got back into the saddle.
Yeah.
Almost. We're nearing that 1 year return anniversary. The one, the only, my good dear personal friend, my pal, Harrison Krementz, HK, back in the fold with me.
Yeah.
Arguably the most depressing episode we have done in quite some time.
Busy with work and everything. I haven't had much time. I wish I was coming back with higher spirits, but it's just been such a fun 48 hours for Philadelphia sports. Hey, the Union are good.
Yeah, we will talk about the Union. Don't worry about that. We will talk about the Supporter Shield champion Philadelphia Union later on in the show.
The Flyers look solid in preseason.
We will touch on them because we also have an end of an era in the Philadelphia Flyers organization, as Danny Briere pulled off an immaculate trade today during the Eagles game. But we got to talk about NLDS Game 1. We got to talk about Eagles-Broncos. And then we'll talk supporter. We'll end on the good note.
We'll lift you guys up a little bit before after just tearing you completely down.
This is the first non-Victory Monday episode since
last year.
Since Kenny Pickett filled in for Jalen Hurts against Washington when they headhunted him.
Yeah.
This is the first time in nearly a calendar year that we have not had a Victory Monday.
This is the first time in like a calendar year that Jalen Hurts himself has lost.
Yeah, started and finished the game. First time since
the Bucs game last year, right?
Yeah.
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 This sucks. NLDS Game 1 was so good. Harrison, do you remember when we were up 3-0?
I do. I was
such a good time. I try to get myself back there, and then I just remember the impending doom, and it makes me sad. I'm also in Twitter jail for the next 12 hours, which we'll talk about as well when we talk about this Eagles game. Just fucking stupid.
Thank you, Elon Musk.
I have never been more dissociated from a day on a calendar than I am today here as we record this on Sunday, October 5th. But yeah, we're going to get into everything. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI. All tweets that are just my thoughts, I will sign them with my initials. Because it's one of the only places where there's a good following and I can tweet. I made a burner backup account that everyone knows is my backup account just for me to tweet, and it does not hit the same because I'm just tweeting into the void.
It's not like the Brian Colangelo burner, is it?
No normal caller. No Kevin Durant burner type stuff. It sucks. That's how I know I'm Twitter pilled. Is because I hate that I can't tweet right now. It's fucking terrible. But make sure you're following Underground on all of our accounts at Underground PHI across the board. I might just post on Threads for the next 12 hours because I'm on there too. Follow me on Threads, KPizzle11. Subscribe to the pod. If you want to cheer us up, subscribe to the pod. Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review because that helps the show continue to grow, helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia, especially during what is supposed to be a fun time of the year for us. But please subscribe to the pod. If you love us, subscribe to the show. Especially now because we had our first edition of it last week, weekly appearances on the show with Seamus Clancy every single week here on Underground Sports Philadelphia for the foreseeable future. That'll come on Thursday's episode. It's going to be fun with Seamus all fall long. So definitely subscribe to the pod, subscribe to the pod, subscribe to the pod, and subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@undergroundsportsphiladelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes every show of our original 6 on the network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. We're at 1,110 subscribers, which means we're 90 away from our next 100 subscriber milestone. Please get us there before Harrison and I's birthday. And I word it like that because if you're new, Harrison and I have the same birthday. So get us there before our birthdays, respectively. I will be turning 21. Harrison will also be turning 21. So make sure you get us there before our 21st birthday. Subscribe. Leave a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. Click that bell icon so you know whenever new videos go live. And, guys, this show is proudly presented by the city of Vineland. And, Harrison, I don't know if I've been doing this ad read since you've been away with work stuff. You're going to have to come to Vineland in November because the Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You're going to be able to meet the likes of Melissa Joan Hart, yes, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, 90s Babies, Rejoice, plus fan-favorite stars like Dan Parent, the legendary Archie's comic artist and writer, Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, Splinter, and Baby Sinclair, and Keith Williams, the iconic comic book inker from Marvel and more. Comics, cosplays, collectibles, and over 6,000 fans. Visit gscfvineland.com for all the details. Again, the Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Visit gscfvineland.com for all the details. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast.
Hello, I'm Mayor Anthony Fanucci. Vineland, New Jersey offers both a great business location and an outstanding quality of life. But don't just take my word for it, the experts agree. We're proud to be recognized as a premier food processing and logistics hub, one of New Jersey's most affordable and desirable cities, and one of the best places to retire in the country. Visit vinelandcity.org and see how our resources can work for you. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
We'll start with NLDS Game 1. It was brutal. It was fun for a while. I was in the building. The vibes were high. There was a number of people that I knew were at the game, and that's always a good sign. Saw my good friend Matt Rappa, intern Jacob and his mom were there, Harrison.
Oh, yeah?
Blaze Reardon was in the building, and for a while, it just felt great. I was in section 429. We had great vibes around us. We had some doofy Dodgers fans. They weren't doofy. They're doofy because they're Dodgers fans. They were very fun and playful with us. And it was just a great time. I had a guy dressed in like a full-blown hot dog tuxedo behind me. It was great vibes. And then for reference, I can say this now. Going into the game, I was undefeated at Phillies postseason games in my career. I was 4-0 with CFO Margie. We were at the Bryson Stock Grand Slam game. We were at the Harper Stare Down game. We were at the 10-2 Merrill Kelly shellacking after he said the loudest environment he'll ever be in was the World Baseball Classic in Miami. And then Mets Phillies last year when Castellanos walked it off. I witnessed a win during that series, the only win. And going into last night, I felt great. You know, I had a little bit of jitters and nerves just because it's the playoffs, but I felt good. I had a good feeling about last night. Christopher Sanchez had one like hiccup inning in the second. I was like, oh, he's got to get out of this inning. And he got out of it. It ran his pitch count up a little bit, and I was concerned there. But the offense in the second inning do the thing. Bohm gets on base. Marsh hits a base hit. JT then hits a triple, becomes just the second Phillies catcher in Phillies history to have a postseason triple, the other being Carlos Ruiz. And the vibes were great. Harrison Bader gets that sac fly. It's 3-0. And all playoff long, because if you guys know me, I'm a baseball sicko. I've watched this, Harrison. Every team in the postseason, if you got to 2 runs first, you've won the game. Like, that has just been a weird coincidence this postseason so far, is like the team that got to 2 or more runs first won the game. And it felt like we were going good, you know, this whole time. You know, Christopher Sanchez gets a couple of quick innings. You know, we're still, you know, putting a little pressure on Shohei. He was fucking rattled, dude. He was rattled that whole game. We're up in the stands chanting, Shohei, Shohei. It was echoing throughout the stadium. I don't want to hear anybody questioning how loud it was at Citizens Bank Park last night, because it has been a known fact that TBS, ESPN, and Fox have been like muffling crowd noise so that the announcers come through better. Guess what? I couldn't hear my own thoughts last night. That's how loud it was. It was insane. The energy, and like kudos to every fan in the building last night. We brought it. And I'm not just saying that because I was there. You felt it. Like, as the game progressed, we were in it. We were rattling Shohei Ohtani, who this is just the second time the Phillies have ever faced Shohei on the mound. The first time being a couple weeks ago in LA. And I thought they made some great adjustments at the plate after they got no hit by him for five innings last time out when they were in LA and they faced him. I thought they made some great plate discipline adjustments, you know, and I'm like, hey, the top of the lineup's not delivering right now, but Bohm is doing his thing. Marsh is doing his thing. JT hits that triple. Bader is contributing. Bryson Stott had a base hit in the game. Like, the contributions were there, just not from your 1, 2, and 3 hitters. And while that was frustrating, I was living with it for the first 6.5 innings, because I was like, hey, we had contributions from guys. Guys are walking. They're getting on base. We're handling business, and like, it's the postseason. It's going to be difficult. And that's what I want to preface this with too. I know this series is going to be hell on earth. It's going to be hard to win this series. We are arguably playing, if we're lucky enough to progress beyond this round, we are playing our most difficult opponent we will play this entire playoffs right now in a shorter series. But 7th inning rolls around, or I should say 6th inning is in. Sanchez, pitches are gutting up. You know, guys get on base, and Topper decides to pull him. Brings in David Robertson.
Understandable at that point, to be honest.
Like, he's approaching 100 pitches. It looks like he's kind of running out of gas, and you bring in David Robertson, which I was like, okay, that's a choice, but, you know, playoff experience, righty, gives you the matchup there that you want, whatever. We were lucky to get out of that 6th inning unscathed. We didn't get out unscathed. They obviously scored 2 runs there off of Sanchi, but
they could have put more on us.
100%. And it was like, okay, we got out of that. We go to the 7th. We're unable to score, and that was frustrating. 7th inning comes back around, and I'm like, why the fuck is David Robertson back in this game?
Yep.
He's 40 years old. You have a well-rested bullpen because you've been on a bye for nearly a week, and you have additional arms in the pen available. Ranger Suarez is available out of the pen. See, that's how bad this weekend has been.
That was a sign right there. Yeah. That was an omen. That was a
That's how we feel right now. That's how we feel. Robertson comes in for another inning. That's how I felt. That's how I felt when David Robertson was back in. You know, they say Ranger Suarez is available out of the bullpen in this game. because
Where
he's not
was
pitching until game
Where
3.
was he?
Why is he not in? Nola, why is he not in? And I get from a degree there, Nola's never pitched out of the bullpen. So, like, I'll give you that. Where's a Taiwan Walker? Where's a Walker Buehler? Where is anybody, quite frankly? Where's a Ryan Kerkering?
The only person who shouldn't be in at that point is Yohan Duran, and that's because you are putting him in the 9th, and that is
Right.
it. Like, everybody else, use them. That's what they are. It's the playoffs.
Right.
The goddamn playoffs.
So Robertson comes back out, and it's a goddamn mess. And then Matt Strahm comes in, and I'm like, okay, Strahm has been, for the most part this year, been great. And also, why are we not bringing Strahm in just for a clean inning? He's gotten righties out all year.
Yep.
I don't care that he's a left-handed pitcher. He's gotten righties out all year. Strahm comes in, and there's images that have come out. Kyle Scott, that used to run Crossing Broad and own Crossing Broad, tweeted them. He was at the game and took pictures of the entire Dodgers coaching staff, Andy Pages, and like everyone that was on base. Like, when a new pitcher comes in, you're able to like meet up with everyone, and how they have the meeting there while Strahm is warming up. They're talking to each other. I don't know what to make of that, really. And then Strahm comes in, and Teoscar Hernandez hits a home run that, off the bat, being in a stadium, we've been to countless games, Harrison. You know when a ball is a home run.
Yep.
That ball did not sound like a home run at all.
It didn't sound like it. It didn't look like it coming off the bat. And the amount of games I've watched at Citizens Bank Park, not even at Citizens Bank Park, on TV at Citizens Bank Park, you know what a home run coming off the bat looks like at Citizens Bank Park. I thought that shot from a Bader in the 2nd inning, I thought that was a home run. That looked like a home run coming off the bat.
Schwarber, I thought.
Schwarber had one like
that.
Sosa had one like that. So many people had things that or hits that looked like home runs that were just flyouts. And then the one that doesn't look like a home run at all,
just
at least on TV, goes right over the right field.
In person, it didn't look like it either. I was like watching it. I was like, oh, that's going to die. Like, we're going to escape. And then it just keeps going. And I was like, oh, no. And then it falls in the stands. And I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. And now there's this whole theory that Matt Strahm was tipping pitches, because there's a still shot of Strahm looking back at Andy Pages from the Warmonger on Twitter. And Strahm has his glove facing Pages, grip visible to Pages, and Pages has his arm out to kind of relay something to Teoscar Hernandez. Like, the ball is shown, the grip is shown, and then Teoscar hits a home run. To which Matt Strahm responds to Ben Verlander and says, Ben, I get stirring the pot is how you make a living since baseball didn't pan out. Sick burn, Matt Strahm. But go watch the game. He did the same thing on different pitches. Oh, and if you know ball, you'd know I've had my hands up the better part of a decade and have fingers together for all pitches. So Matt Strahm responded to the tipping pitches allegations. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. You know, it's a weird situation because it visibly looks like that. But if Strahm knows he's not tipping, then I'm not going to really question it any further. But it's just an unfortunate lead up of circumstances that it feels that way.
It may have even just been unintentionally tipping. Like, you get in your own head. You don't realize that the guy behind you can see what you're doing. It's the playoffs, things happen. I'm not blaming Strahmer at all for that. Again, this is more on Topper for the situation we got ourselves into. And again, that's as a Topper defender. But if Pages could see the ball And if Pages could relay those signs back to Hernandez, what are you going to do about it?
Right. And I
They,
mean,
he hit it clean. He knew it
this
was coming, and he hit it clean.
and this boils all back down to Topper bringing Robertson back out for a clean inning. Like, you didn't have to do that. Robertson was clearly off. He comes in and he's throwing balls left and right. Never had a feel for the strike zone whatsoever. And then the 8th inning rolls around. You escape the 8th inning. And then the bottom of the lineup starts to do its thing again. Bohm gets on base, works a count full, gets on base with a walk. You had guys show the plate discipline. That it was weird. As soon as Shohei left, the first go-around with Glasnow, it felt like the Phillies just fully abandoned every bit of plate discipline and approach that they had against Shohei. And I'm like, why are we abandoning that? We saw Tyler Glasnow here in April, and what happened when you made him throw pitches. It led to 3 straight walks and Nick Castellanos fucking launching a grand slam to the left field bleachers. Like,
Yep.
And then the bottom of the lineup does their thing, and then, in the midst of that, Harrison Bader gets pinch hit for by Nick Castellanos, and we're all in the building like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, why is this the decision? And this comes from
them injured.
This comes from Castellanos, defender like number 1 right here.
Yep.
Like, I love the Castellanos family. I love Nick, but it was a weird spot to do that, especially when Bader had been producing. It just was weird that you didn't do it for Kepler. You let Kepler hit, and then you're pinch hitting. I was like, what the fuck is this decision making? And then he come to find out after the game, Bader left with an injury. Initially, it was reported as a hamstring injury. I was like, well, fuck. But then it comes out it's a groin injury.
Yep.
Today, they did the imaging. It doesn't seem anything too serious, so we'll see what his availability is for Game 2. But it sounds like he'll be able to come back at some point in the series before it's over, which is a great, sign. Like, it wasn't anything major, but Bader said he felt something weird when he was on second base, so it was just kind of like a precautionary thing. When I saw it was hamstring at first, though, I was like, oh, we're fucked. I was like, there's no coming back from that.
None.
But you get you work the bases loaded.
Yep.
And then another very strange managerial decision. Brandon Marsh, who has had the comeback of all comeback seasons after going 0 for April, comes around to hit 280 on the season, starts to hit lefties really well, and then you pinch hit him for Edmundo Sosa, which, like, I get you're trying to play the lefty-righty matchup, and I get Sosa, against lefties has been sensational this year. But it felt like over-managing in that spot. And then Sosa comes in, is working the count a little bit, and tries to be the hero, and instead of just putting the ball in play, it felt like he was just swinging for the fences, and all you needed was a base hit to score 2 because Trey walked, Harper got on with a single, and then Bohm walked, and it was frustrating from the sense that it was like all you need is a base hit. All you need is a single, and you score Turner, you score Harper, and that is my frustration with this team over the past couple of years since the 2023 postseason.
Yep.
It feels like every single player in the lineup, with the exception of a few, just feels like they have to play hero, and they have to go for the big moment. They have to have, Harper against the Padres. They have to have those big-time moments, the back-to-back home runs against the Diamondbacks at Citizens Bank Park.
The grand slam from Bryson Stott.
Right, like they're like chasing those moments, and it's like if
Just win the
Edmundo
goddamn
Sosa
game.
if Sosa puts that ball in play and you tie the game, that's a moment.
Yep.
We're going to remember that moment forever. Like,
Yep.
And it's just like, we need to stop having this hero ball mentality before it's too late. And right now you're down 1-0 and
To the defending World Series champs.
you know, and that's the thing too, is like the top of the lineup is not exempt from this either. They went 1 for 13 with 6 strikeouts and a walk.
Schwarber did nothing but strike out yesterday.
Schwarber went 0 for 4 and looked completely lost at the plate.
Yeah.
Turner went 0 for 3 with a walk. He looked lost at the plate.
Now, we did
Harper-
shut down Ohtani batting
100%. And Harper went 1 for 4. You know, he had that single that helped get the bases loaded, but that doesn't excuse like the approach that those 3 guys had. You're not going to win games when your top 3 most valuable bats in this lineup go 1 for 13 with 6 strikeouts. But on the flip side, the Dodgers won this game when Shohei, Mookie Betts, and Freddie Freeman went 1 for 12. They found a way to win.
Yep.
And you have to find ways to win in the postseason, and it just can't all be exemplified through hero ball. And this team right now, they're 2-8 in their last 10 postseason games. They're 1-4 in their last 5 at Citizens Bank Park in the playoffs. The days of 4 hours of hell are feel like an eternity ago. Like that is gone. They need to figure some shit out, and they got to do it quick. Like, you have an off day today, and as we record this on Sunday, and now like you're preparing for Jesus Luzardo's first start in a Phillies uniform, down 0-1. And granted, Luzardo's had great success against the Dodgers this year.
Mm-hmm.
But like that is a game on Saturday night that you had the crowd behind you, you had the energy in the stadium, you had the moment with JT getting a triple and scoring 2. Bader drives him in with the sac fly. You had the lead. You had a quality pitching performance from Christopher Sanchez. You gave that game away on a silver fucking platter.
They gave up on it. They really did. And early on, it felt like one of those games that if we went on to win it, we could absolutely win the series pretty handily. Because as we were talking about earlier, you know, the front 3 won for. They had a horrific outing.
Mm-hmm.
But then the 4 through 9 spots, they were hitting like it was lights out. They were playing real well. They were getting on base. They were pulling the weight. And what usually when you win a game like that, that provides good signs going forward in a series. And then you go on and choke it all away.
And it's like, and on top of that, I feel so bad for Joan Duran.
Yes.
Because he comes into this game.
Yes.
Down 2 runs. They do the overly enhanced entrance for him. Harrison, they had real fire.
Are you fucking kidding me? And they didn't show this on TV?
They had real fire stalks going above the brick wall where the ivy is in center field. And they do the whole entrance, and nobody in the stadium could have cared less.
Oh.
Because you're down 2 runs, and you're doing the whole pomp and circumstance thing when you're down. And
yeah,
I just felt so bad for him. Like, it's not his fault.
No, and he went out there and pitched a damn good inning.
Pitched extremely well. And it's not his fault that, you know, the Phillies have done such a great job to build that up to where it's at, along with all of the prior work from the Twins. And you decide to bring him in when you're down by 2 runs. It was weird. It was the weirdest Joan Duran entrance that we have had with him in a Phillies uniform. And on top of that, the other part that makes this frustrating, and I'm going to keep coming back to David Robertson, Orion Kerkering came in the 8th and pitched the best fucking inning I've seen that man pitch all year.
Yep.
He was hitting 100 miles an hour on his fastball. Number one, Kirk, where has that been all year? 2, why are we not bringing him in the 7th inning?
Yeah.
Like, he's a guy that needs all the confidence build up in the world because this season has been below average for him, in my opinion. For a guy that has a lot of expectation to be like a young arm in this pen, there's been a lot of moments where I've been like, I do not trust Orion Kerkering right now. Why do you not bring him in when he thrives with a clean inning and he's going to go and do that? You don't give up a home run.
I think in game 2, he comes in before Strom comes in at the bare minimum. I think we're going to see Nola out of the bullpen in game 2 if need be. I could see Luzardo going 8 though. Like,
I would love that. Like, and like
Look,
on top of that, like,
yeah,
even if you don't need him to go that, your bullpen will still be rested because guess what? You have an off day on Tuesday.
yeah.
Don't be afraid to use your arms.
If Sanchez says, "Hey, I'm ready to go. My arm feels fine. I've had a day off, but I can give you 2 batters." Let Sanchez take 2 batters.
And they said everyone is available out of the bullpen on Monday except for Christopher Sanchez, which makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But like on Wednesday, when he has to come, he's got plenty of time off. He's got plenty of time before his next start. If he wants to come in, put him in the game.
Well, I don't think he would come in on Wednesday because he'll start Thursday if there's a game 4 because it's back-to-back.
Oh, it's back-to-backs. I thought it was still like the day off kind of. Okay.
It's back-to-back.
I didn't know how the schedule was working.
Because the American League has off Monday when we play, like we had off today.
Yeah.
And then I think we're both back on Wednesday and Thursday because it's like travel day is the off day on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But like you got to get it to a game 4. You have to get it to game 4. Obviously, because you're down 1-0, but you have to get it there because then you get another Christopher Sanchez start. You get and then you win game 4. You know, hopefully that's you win 3 straight. That'd be great, but more than likely you win game 4. You're bringing it back to game 5 at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah. Oh man. I could see us ripping off 3 straight. I could.
It would be great. I would love to see it.
But we gotta. It's gotta happen first.
You got to win game 2 first.
Yep.
I also should have known something was off when Mike Schmidt was the ceremonial first pitch, and nothing against Mike Schmidt. He's a Phillies legend. Maybe not all that cut out for the broadcast booth, but Mike Schmidt's first pitch, dude, was horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So some bright spots though from the game, like I said, Orion Kerkering looked phenomenal.
Duran
looked great. Sanchez
JT with the triple.
JT with the triple. Sanchez, while he didn't have like his best start, I thought he was very like well above average, and like, you know, you want to see him get through 6 at least, like 6 clean. So he's definitely got to work on some stuff, but nonetheless, like that's a game that you should win because your ace gave you 8 strikeouts over 5 2/3 in the postseason. Another fun moment when they announced the reserves. I don't know how much of it they showed on TV. Zach Wheeler ran out in full uniform.
Nice.
The reserves for the Phils got a huge pop. Garrett Stubbs also ran out in full uniform with the reserves, which I thought was a nice touch. My blame for this loss gets distributed like this. It's Topper 1. It's the top of the lineup 2.
Oh yeah, that works too.
And then it's David Robertson 3.
I'd put as 3B Strom, just because he may not have meant to tip the pitches intentionally, but it does seem like Pajes was able to see it. So 3A, no disrespect to Strom, but 3A or 3B.
Yeah. And that's fully justified. I mean, he gave up the home run. Like, you got to be better with guys on base. But I do have a little bit of breaking news here. But before I get to it, Harrison, I want to talk to everybody about
some breaking news
over at 47. I'm rocking it right now because the Flyers, they actually played well, and I actually ended up getting it, Harrison. I got the Stanley Cup Champs that has the newspaper inscription on the inside. Beautiful 47 hat. It's my go-to hat brand of choice, Harrison. I don't think you've ever seen me without a 47 hat on. I'm always rocking them, always repping. They have some of the best sports apparel and headwear, if not the best, in my opinion, the best in the game. Use our link in the description. Gear up for Red October. Gear up for the Birds, the Flyers, the Sixers, your favorite college teams, and so much more with 47. Use our link in the description to shop with them, and when you create an account and join the 47 family, you get free shipping on all orders when you create an account and join the 47 family. Plus, you can get that all-new Carhartt blacked out edition with your favorite NFL and NCAA teams. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So use our link in the description, join the 47 family, and get free shipping on all orders. Thanks to our friends at 47. We thank them for being a proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. Yeah, a little bit of breaking news here, Harrison, via the tweet machine. This is so fun. 23 hours ago, Twitter user at Amanda Y Dreaming, so Amanda Daydreaming is what it's supposed to be a play on, tweeted at 9:10 p.m. on Saturday night, "Does one of us need to find an Etsy witch for the rest of the postseason?"
Do we have an Etsy witch?
Amanda Daydreaming quote tweeted it 1 minute later and said, "I am not above this, by the way." To which she
Do we
then
have an
quote
Etsy
tweeted
witch?
4 minutes later, "Where were you when I hired an Etsy witch to save the season?" And it's a screenshot of her order. To then she just tweeted tonight at 8:22 p.m., so about 10 minutes ago of this point of the episode. "All right, guys, you heard the witch. Get reciting." So the screenshot says, "Harrison, to support the spell, I have created a short manifestation prayer for you to say twice a day over the next 7 days. This prayer helps reinforce the energy we have set in motion and works with the universe to bring your desired outcome into reality. I invite the energy of success, health, and victory to flow through the Philadelphia Phillies. May they perform with skill, confidence, and strength. May all obstacles be removed and their path be clear for winning the World Series this year."
Amen.
We have an
In
Etsy
the name
witch,
of
ladies
the
and gentlemen.
the Rollins and the Ryan Howard, amen.
We have an Etsy witch.
We have that. This is what we needed. We needed an Etsy witch. It worked for the Mariners. Like, if it works for one team, why can't it work for us? It's going to be the Etsy witch World Series this year.
you
It's going to be the
imagine?
Mariners. Oh my God.
Then we're all going to just be like throwing money at these Etsy witches to have the most powerful one.
The ultimate Etsy witch. Where
Where were you for the 2025 Etsy witch Phillies?
East Coast Etsy witches for the Phillies, West Coast Etsy witches for the Mariners, and whichever Etsy witch reigns supreme is the Etsy witch that gets all the money going forward. And they have true magic. They have true magic.
It's because they're the Mariners and they're on the way. Are the Mariners Etsy witches? Are they actually just sirens?
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? So what's an East Coast Etsy witch then?
Mermaids.
Right, yeah, we got the mermaids and you got the sirens. We'll leave it at that.
Etsy lead.
Let's see what magic is more powerful.
The Phillies have an Etsy witch.
Let's go.
A couple other things on game one. Hopefully Harrison Bader's okay because he's going to be a huge part of the success of this team.
Absolutely.
But I just got to say, like I said earlier in the show, kudos to the fans because we showed out. It was loud. It was raucous. Harrison, we started.
Oh, boy.
It permeated throughout the entire stadium. I don't know how much of this got picked up on TV. We started a "Where's your bookie?"
That did not make TV, I think, for obvious reasons.
It was rounding the stadium.
I can guarantee you I did not hear that on TV last night. again, for obvious reasons, I don't think that they wanted. I'm sure there were a lot of chants
Yes.
that did not make national television.
That was the thing. It was a good night of like clean, good fun chants.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Where's
it
Your
was like
Bookie
the
was
first
probably
one.
the most extreme,
Yeah.
and it's just hysterical. Some other fun ones were just like the ever intimidating show, hey, and it worked every time. Every time that went through,
last night,
he was so rattled.
I.
Anytime we did that, he threw a ball.
Game.
He threw a ball nearly every time that chant got going. It was
We should have won
crazy.
that goddamn game.
Also, a very funny one. The gentlemen behind me, who were just absolutely exquisite gentlemen, Mookie Betts came up to bat one time,
Oh boy.
and the guy goes, just in the most like dry humor, funny like way, Mookie Betts, more like Dookie Betts. And it was just so perfectly like delivered.
That sounds like a Tim Robinson kind of line.
It was very like the guy next to him is in a
Yes.
whole like sport coat that just has hot dogs all over it. And speaking of Tim Robinson, it was just perfect. It was like perfect delivery. I also saw a very funny tweet that just posted the map of like the sports complex, and it just drew a line between Citizens Bank Park and Live Casino, and it said the Dodgers coaching staff are going to have to tie Shohei Ohtani in between innings to the dugout like Odysseus with the sirens.
God damn it.
And you know, we had Dodgers fans around us. It was all fun and games. Like, they were very good spirited. They were actually from LA, so like that gave like a little bit of credence to like everything, but they were very funny. You know, Schwarber had an 0-2 count, and the one guy just starts like waving, and I was like, he's got another strike. What are you doing? And he's like, what? I'm just waving to him. And I was like, hey, he gets one more strike before you get to wave to him. And then his friend, who was a Phillies fan, was like, he doesn't know baseball at all. And I was like, dude, it's all in good fun. And he's like, you have to respect Shohei, though, right? I was like, I respect Shohei. I love Shohei. I love Mookie until they step foot in the stadium. Once they leave, it's all good. But right now, they're public enemy number one, and I fucking hate their guts.
Yep, exactly. It's like, great. Yeah, you are phenomenal athletes. Don't get like Mookie Betts might be one of the best all-around athletes to ever lace up cleats. The dude can do it. I mean, the second best sport he's best at is bowling. Right. I mean, what the fuck is that? But like, the second you walk onto the field here and you're playing against our Philadelphia Phillies, you could die on that field and people wouldn't give a shit. At least Philadelphia fans. They'd be like, that sucks. Are we winning the game or not? And
right.
I mean, that's how it goes. It's Philadelphia.
It was fun until it wasn't. And I'm still trying to get myself back to when we were up 3-0 because it felt so good. And it just sucks that, like, 10 out of 10 do not recommend watching your favorite team lose a postseason game in person.
Yep.
It's one of the worst experiences I've ever had. I have been so deflated. Dude, I slept until 2 o'clock in the afternoon today.
Damn.
I didn't set an alarm. I was just like,
this is your depression sleep.
Yeah, it was bad. And here's my thing, too. People are going to react to the loss of any team. They're going to react to the Eagles game today. They're going to react to NLDS game 1 in a multitude of different ways. People are going to process losing differently, just like they process winning differently. Yep. I am here to say it's all within reason. There were some heinous tweets. Natalie Engenoff, who I have a lot of respect for Natalie, had one of the most ridiculous tweets I've ever seen, talking about Harper and saying he can wear all the Fanatic gear he wants, but if you don't want the crowd to turn on you after all this time, you better figure it out. Like, dude, it's one game. He was He was the one hit of the top of the lineup. Like, let's get a grip here. All right, let's not be fucking morons after one game. We can be a little silly, but let's not be morons. But people are going to process things differently. And I'm here to say, I do a thing when we lose big games, when we lose important games on all my social media, to whatever degree it is. I'll post on a story. I'll post everywhere. Like, don't call, don't text. I'm emotionally unavailable for the next 24 to 36 hours.
Yep.
And people are always like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just an overly invested emotional boy who loves his favorite sports teams. I'll live, but please just leave me alone for right now. And guess what? That's totally okay. And I don't think I want to exist in a world where I don't feel that way about my sports teams, because at the end of the day, if I'm feeling that way, if Harrison's feeling that way, if anybody is feeling that way, where like they just need to dissociate and be mad or be angry, that just shows you absolutely care about whatever you're upset about.
Yeah.
And that means you're a good sports fan.
Dude, I remember when we lost the Super Bowl, 3 years ago now. 3 years ago?
Coming up on 3. It'll be 3
years. Yeah, coming up on 3 years. I shut down for like a month after that. I'm not even going to lie. I was just unable to do anything.
Between that, we lost the World Series a couple months prior. We lost the MLS Cup a couple months prior. Like, 2022 was a down bad season.
2022 was to put it in just one sound, that year was
Mm-hmm. That's terrible. But this team needs the Phils need to find their spark. They need to find their dinosaur.
Figure it the fuck out.
They got to find their dinosaur and just stop trying to be heroes and play team ball and just stop trying to fight for the moment and just be the moment.
Yep.
Like, I gotta find I think I retweeted it. Seamus tweeted like a post from Reddit today that this needs to just be plastered to every Philadelphia Philly. So this from Philly's Reddit 4 years ago. In Game 5 of the World Series against Tampa Bay, Jimmy Rollins told a slumping Pat Burrell on his way out of the dugout, "You know what this series is missing? You." Burrell hit a double and scored what would become the winning run. Every fucking member of this team needs that plastered to their fucking skulls and like cemented into their brains. Because guess what? Guess what this series is missing right now, Harrison? It's missing Trey Turner. It's missing Kyle Schwarber. It's missing Bryce Harper.
Yep.
Those guys need to step up. They are the superstars of this team. They are the life force of this team. And it's a trickle-down effect. But you saw the trickle-down of the guys behind them step up and perform and did part of their job.
Yep.
Now it's on the other guys, the big dogs on this team, to step up and do their job.
You're getting paid millions of dollars to do this.
Because guess what? I'm looking right at the camera right now. You know what this series is missing, Kyle Schwarber? It's missing you. It's missing Bryce Harper. It's missing Trey Turner. To a degree, it's missing Rob Thompson.
Yep.
We need to lock in and secure a 1-1 split at home and then regroup, figure shit out in LA, and make sure we either walk away with 3 straight wins or we force a Game 5 back at the bank.
Yep. And the way we've played in LA this year, we can take those games.
100%.
We can. It's just, do you want it enough to take those games?
Right.
You should want it enough. This is the year the window closes. Go get you a goddamn World Series. Take your heads out of your asses and play the baseball we know you can play. Simple as.
they just need to figure it out, and it starts with Jesus Luzardo, and I'm very happy he's starting game 2. Nothing against Ranger. I said it with Seamus, and I said it a couple weeks, leading into the postseason. I was like, I think I'd rather have Luzardo start game 2, especially with us having just straight lefties going in the LDS. Like, Luzardo's going to feed off of that crowd. So if you're going to the game on Monday, you need to make it as energized, if not more. And I know it's going to be tight going in because we're down 1-0, but it needs to be rowdy, raucous, and just full of life so that Jesus Luzardo can feed off of that and be in sync with the fans and be in sync with the crowd and make this game 2 a surefire, bona fide Philadelphia Phillies victory. Because we've seen Luzardo feed off of the crowd in April, in May, in June, in July, in August, and in September. Now it's time to do it in October when it really, really matters. And we just have to be on our fucking P's and Q's. We cannot do any of the dumb, stupid mistakes, over-managing, just managing like it's a Wednesday in July. This is the fucking playoffs. Act like it.
Yep.
That felt good to get that out there. It felt good.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have an Etsy witch.
The Etsy witch is going to win us the series. I swear to God.
Before we shift to the gridiron that brought us more doom and gloom today, want to talk to you guys about our pals over at FOCO. Guys, I will tell you, they are comfortable. I wear them all the time. I wore my overalls yesterday to the bank, but it does suck when you have to do a walk of shame in them because it's so much better when you're walking back with a win with those overalls on because of how comfortable they are, how stylish they are, and FOCO has you covered. You can get your overalls, your shortalls, and so much more. Use our link in the description to shop with FOCO and gear up for Red October, gear up for the Birds. They got Super Bowl champion overalls for the Birds now, too, which is pretty sweet. I got to get a pair of those for sure. So use our link in the description, shop with FOCO, and we thank them for being a proud partner here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. Also want to talk to you guys about our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. Guys, there's no better way to stand out in the crowd than with the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. PHI Apparel Company will make sure that you are looking styling and profiling all Red October long, all Eagle season long, gearing up for the Sixers, the Flyers, supporting the Supporter Shield champion Philadelphia Union, and so much more. Plus, you can get official Underground Sports Philadelphia merch as well. Use our link in the description or go to phiapparel.co. And when you go to checkout, use code UNDERGROUND to get 10% off your next order from our friends at PHI Apparel Co. So phiapparel.co is the place to go. Use code UNDERGROUND for 10% off your next merch order and stand out in the crowd with the official merch partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. To the gridiron we go, where things were bouncing back. I saw a great tweet. It was like, oh, so I guess you can score after the second half. After the second in South Philly this weekend. And that was short-lived as the Eagles give away a 17-3 lead to the Denver Broncos. They fall 21-17. Here's the thing. The Eagles played like shit on offense. They had great moments in the first half, and then it disappeared. The run game was non-existent, and Seamus and I talked about this on the last episode. If the passing game wants to fully get going, you have to get the run game going, and the offensive line is a huge part of that. And guess what? Newsflash, it's okay to blame them, even though they've been the best O-line in football for the last however many years. The offensive line has been horrible to start the year in terms of the standard that we hold that Eagles offensive line to. They have been abysmal. And I get Landon Dickerson left the game. Brett Toth did an admirable job, I thought.
Yeah, he fought in there, but we're not giving
run blocking is so fucking bad, dude.
Yes. Jalen's, he's getting enough time, but he's not getting time when it matters. Saquon has no room to run whatsoever. But also, I'm a massive Jalen Hurts defender. He his decision making under pressure when he has as much time in the pocket as he does, he needs to be quicker.
And I thought it was better today than it
It
has
was
been.
better today, but it's been rough all season.
It's been the play calling has been brutal. The route concepts have been bad. The O-line has been bad, and you know, I'm never one to full on blame the refs because guess what? At the end of the day, the Broncos had more penalties called against them today. They should have had more, because I think it ended up being. Let me pull it up here. I think it ended up being penalty-wise in this game, 12 penalties for 121 yards on the Broncos, 9 for 55 on the Eagles.
And
The
a couple
Broncos
of those
should have had
penalties on the
even more.
Eagles were bullshit, and a couple
100%.
and they missed a penalty in the clutch.
Right in front of the referee, and I have the reasoning behind everything, and it's comical. A ton of the reasoning behind some of the calls and no calls from the pool report. Zach Berman was the pool reporter today. I'll pull those up, but I could not believe some of the penalties that were called. The procedure penalty on Saquon on that huge play to Devontae Smith that got nullified, or it was Jahan Dotson. I mean,
No, it was the Devontae, I think.
was it on the illegal shift penalty? I thought it was to Dotson.
I think it was
Could be right.
Devontae.
It was one of those. It was
Yeah.
one of those guys. The illegal shift penalty was so comical there.
It was ticky tacky. Then there was one to play to Devontae Smith that got us a first down for an illegal man downfield. My hot take is that if there's for illegal man downfield penalties, it should have to impact the play directly. That had nothing to do with the fucking play.
No, and the worst one of them all was the picked up flag, then flagged, then replay assist turned over, intentional grounding, to which Will Rucker on Twitter at Will_Rucker3_AD. He covers the Sixers for SB Nation, but he does a lot of Eagles tweets and posting as well. Pulled up a screenshot of the NFL football operations page, Harrison. It's not even legal for replay assist to review if a receiver is in the area on an intentional grounding call. It's only supposed to be used if there's a question on if ball reached the line of scrimmage or if the quarterback got outside the tackle box, and that's all listed on the NFL website. Committee expanded replay assist to include objective input if a foul is called for the following things: roughing the passer based only on a hit to the passer's head or neck area, intentional grounding only if relative to the pocket or ball landing beyond the line of scrimmage, unnecessary roughness based only on forcibly contacting a runner when he is out of bounds, forcibly hitting a defenseless player in the head or neck area, twisting, pulling, or turning the face mask or helmet opening, a horse collar tackle, tripping, roughing, or running into the kicker.
Okay.
Let me repeat that. Intentional grounding only if relative to the pocket or ball landing beyond the line of scrimmage is the only time replay assist can come in to look at a play.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is that every single referee on the field today
didn't know their job.
Fired.
They don't know they don't know the rules of their job.
If they can't do the job, you shouldn't have that job.
So here's the pool report from Zach Berman with head referee Adrian Hill, who, when I saw and heard he was the referee, I was like, we're fucked. He is so bad at his job. He's so bad.
Angel Hernandez at the NFL?
Like, I don't even know if it's like Angel bad, but like, whenever I see he's officiating a game, and it's not even just the Eagles, whenever I see he's the official for a game, I'm like, oh, there's going to be fucking penalties left and right. This dude loves to throw flags. So the first question, the grounding on Bo Nix, why was that flag picked up on the field? Which shouldn't have been allowed. Adrian Hill. So what happened there, we have an O2O system. That's our official-to-official communication system. My O2O was not working. Grounding is a teamwork foul. I had intentional grounding. The line judge had that there was a receiver in the area, 28, but I didn't hear the information over O2O, so I threw the flag. The line judge came in and let me know that 28 indeed was in the area, and that's why we picked up the flag. Again, you don't know the rules to your job, so that's a bullshit excuse. Next question. The illegal shift penalty. I believe it was on 26 on the Eagles. What prompted that penalty? Hill. 2 players went in motion. So by rule, when 2 players go in motion, both have to reset for a second before the snap. 1 player stopped, but 26 continued in motion. So that's what created the illegal shift. They didn't both reset for a full second. Motherfucker. What are you doing? 1,000? Like, what are we talking about? Saquon was fully set. I watched it with my own 2 eyes. Ray Charles would have seen that he was fully set. Just absolute bullshit. Next question. The second to last play of the game. A pass to Dallas Goedert. Why did that not rise to the level of pass interference? Hill. So our officials saw mutual hand fighting and hand-to-hand combat and did not see action that rose to a level of a foul on that play. Get the fuck out of here. There was such minimal contact from Dallas Goedert on that play. I literally have the clip. And Dallas Goedert's arm gets completely blocked from going and extending to make a play on the ball, and he's being held by his jersey.
Yep.
Final question. The personal foul on Zach Bond for a late hit. It was a 3rd down stop in the 4th quarter. What made that a personal foul in that situation? Hill. So the official saw we had a prone player on the ground, and he came in and hit the player that was prone on the ground when the play was over. Motherfucker was still
tackle.
He was still fucking fighting for yards. He didn't stop moving. He was not prone.
He was finishing a tackle too. It was
I don't understand these. I get you want to protect guys and everything, but I don't understand what the NFL wants defensive players to do when they are in full-blown moving motion, full speed. What do you want them to do? Just like fall backwards?
Yes.
Like, what are we doing?
No, because you can't touch the other guy. You just can't. Like, you're supposed to be playing 2-hand touch. I don't know if you got the memo. But any tackle is illegal now. But and don't get me wrong, I think the Eagles did a lot of this to themselves.
Totally.
The offense stalled out in the worst possible moments. There were a bunch of the referees did call penalties on us that were justified as well. There were so many unjustified penalties and so many missed calls that we did play a very sloppy game, and it showed.
Yeah, it was
lost.
A bad game.
We weren't playing to win the game.
No.
But it doesn't help when the game is taken out of your hands.
Totally. Like, that second to last play on Goddard should have been half the distance to the goal, automatic first down, and the Eagles score a touchdown there.
Yep. And I still wouldn't have been happy with that win. I would have been very unhappy with that. I thought I would have been ranting and raving about how bad we look, even though we're 5-0. But now we're 4-1, and things have to fucking change.
Totally. And, like, I'm never okay with a loss. Like, never okay with a loss. But hopefully this is like a wake-up call to everyone on this fucking team.
Kevin Patullo, get your head out of your ass.
Like, everything. And, like, Saquon said that the touchdown call to him was a Jalen Hurts call.
Let Jalen Hurts call the fucking plays. At this point, he's the one who's best.
Like he said, Jalen Hurts called that play.
I think it's clear now what are plays that Jalen calls and what plays are that Patullo calls. Jalen calls the plays that go up and down the field. He calls the ones, I guarantee you, called that play down to Devontae. Any of those passes to AJ, I guarantee you made those. Cat, what the fuck are you doing? I guarantee you he made those calls. Any of the ones that stalled out, I could basically guarantee that's Patullo.
Yeah, like the play calling is bad. The route concepts have been bad. And I'm not even like mad at the defense, but also the Eagles need a number 2 cornerback. Like they need oxygen to breathe because I love Keely Ringo. He's not it. Adoree Jackson is not it. Jacorian Bennett was not it. And it's showing its head early in the season that they did not address CB2 in a properly functioning way,
Yep.
and it's been bad. And
Oh,
on
it's been
top of that,
horrific.
when Quinyon Mitchell doesn't have his best game, like today, he did not have his best game today.
No, he
It
did
shows even more. And the refs had multiple missed holding calls on Cooper DeJean down the stretch in that game. Multiple missed calls on a number of guys. But here's another thing, too, that I will criticize the defense for. The pass rush and getting after the quarterback has been so underwhelming to start this season. Like, I don't even know what the team total is right now in terms of sacks on the quarterback, but the Eagles have to be in the lower levels of sacks this season, and that's not good because they're not getting after the quarterback, they're not creating pressure, and that allows teams to just move the ball down the field.
5 sacks this season.
Yeah, Moro Jomo has 2, Jordan Davis has 1, Zach Bond has 1, Makuba has a half, Zadarius Smith has a half, and I don't think that's updated to include today's stats, which I believe.
Let me see defensive sacks by team. Okay, I don't want sacks per game. I just want sacks. We have it's
7.
just been updated. We have 7 on the season.
Zach Bond had 1, and Zadarius Smith had another
Yeah.
one today.
So we're tied with the Jaguars and the Jets and the Titans for third to worst in the league. The only teams with less sacks than us are the Baltimore Ravens, the San Francisco 49ers, the Carolina Panthers, and the Bears.
Not good company to be in when you're with the Jets, the Titans, and who was the other team?
The Bears. Oh, and the Jaguars.
And the Jags.
Yeah.
Which, like, no slight to the Jags. They've had a good start to the year, but, like, that's not good company if you're the Philadelphia Eagles.
With the best defense from last year.
And it's like, Zach Bond is doing his job. Jahad Campbell has looked good. Josh Uche, I think, has looked good as a free agent signing. But, like,
Jordan Davis has had
an unbelievable year. Jalen Carter needs to be more productive.
Jalen Carter, ever since the way the season started for him, it's been a weird year for him.
He needs to get going. Jalix Hunt needs to get going.
Yep.
Because that is a huge part of this defense evolving with Josh Sweat leaving in free agency. They're relying a lot.
Thing.
Right. And, like, Zach Bond's done his job. Like,
yep.
Zadarius Smith has looked great as an in-season pickup. But, like, Jalix Hunt needs to step up. You need Jalen Carter to step up. I thought Azeez Ojulari looked very good today for his first game. Moro Jomo has been great. But you need this defensive line. You need this front 7 to start getting after the quarterback. And I get Vic Fangio doesn't blitz all the time, but you need to create pressure and make these quarterbacks uncomfortable. I don't think all season in any of our games so far, there hasn't been a game where it sounds like, oh, we had that quarterback in hell. Dak Prescott looked very good against the Eagles. Patrick Mahomes, while the Chiefs as a team didn't look good, he was fine against the Eagles. Matthew Stafford did his thing against the Eagles, where Jordan Davis blocked field goal away from not winning that game. Baker Mayfield was slinging the rock all up and down the field in the second half of that game against Tampa Bay last week. You need to get after the quarterback. You made Bo Nix look like he was fucking prime Peyton Manning today.
Yeah.
In that second half in particular. Bo Nix went 24 for 39, 242 yards and a passing touchdown.
Yeah.
And then he ran 3 times for 22 yards.
Yeah.
Like, you made him look like tall Baker Mayfield.
And we beat Baker Mayfield. Like
there's no excuse to have Cortland Sutton putting up almost 100 yards on you. And I get he's a good receiver, but, like, that's all they have. Quinyon has to be better in a game like this. You let J.K. Dobbins run 4 yards a clip on you, 20 carries for 79 yards and a touchdown. Like, the Broncos are a fine team. They're not great. They're not bad. But the Eagles are a far superior team to them, and you let them come into your house and beat you.
Yep.
Just an abysmal performance. I hope this is a look in the mirror type of game for the Eagles because they absolutely needed it. They haven't lost a true game since, like you said, Harrison, that Buccaneers game last year. And even then, they were without Lane Johnson, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith in that game. So, like, it's one of those things that you had most of the team today, outside of Landon getting hurt in game. You had your full allotment of weapons and everybody all hands on deck, and you shit the bed.
Yep.
I hope this is a wake-up call for everyone. And not that I think the Eagles were getting complacent, but I hope it
I think they were getting complacent, though. I really do.
I hope it wasn't the case, but, like, I hope this wakes them up to be like, oh, shit, we need to get our act together. Because the Rams aren't going away. The Bucs aren't going away. They won an unbelievable game today at Seattle. Seattle's very good. Like, the NFC is loaded. The AFC is in a down year. You're in the tougher conference now. You have to play your best week in and week out because guess what? Not only are you in the tougher conference right now, every team on your schedule is going to give you their best and then some because you're the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yep.
You have a massive target on your back. The national media hates you because of the tush push. So, like, you have to be
the
on
NFL
your
hates
P's
you
and
because of the
Q's.
tush push.
Literally. You have to be better. And I hope this is a call to action for the entire team to be better moving forward. And luckily, you get a clean slate and it's a quick week because you play Thursday Night Football against the Giants this coming Thursday. That's a good get-right game, but you got to figure a lot out. You got to get out of that game healthy, too, because it's at that fucking, as Odell Beckham Jr. so eloquently put it, death life.
Yep.
But luckily, it's a short week, and we can kind of scrap this. But also, we're going to be in absolute hell on Thursday because hopefully there's a Game 4. NLDS Game 4 is on Thursday, and Eagles Thursday Night Football as well. It's going to be
it's going to be hell.
A stressful Thursday. I am also, like I mentioned at the top of the show, I'm in Twitter jail for the next 12 hours. Simply because I tweeted that I hope that every member of at NFL officiating gets explosive diarrhea for the rest of the month. And Twitter did not like that. I'm here to say
inciting violence. That's so tame.
Yeah, I got put in Twitter jail for 12 hours for inciting violence for wishing explosive diarrhea on the NFL officiating account that I don't think they have tweeted. I'm going to pull that up, actually. I don't think the NFL officiating account has tweeted in years.
Yeah, and also,
yeah, they have not actually tweeted since September 12th, 2013. Or 2023, I mean.
I haven't... I've seen tweets wishing so much worse than explosive diarrhea on referees. So much.
We've all had explosive diarrhea.
It sucks.
It sucks, but you get through it.
Get through it. Like it's not like saying, "Yeah, I wish they get COVID or something."
Right.
No, you just don't want them to shit themselves.
I didn't wish the D word on them. I wish the tame D word.
The big S word, if you want to say it like that.
I just want them to shit their pants for the next month.
And it's the least they deserve. Like, they won't be able to hurt any other players with their awful refereeing. They won't be able to hurt any other teams when they're shitting themselves.
Right. They can still do their job. They may have stains in their pants when they do it.
And we can laugh at them.
We can laugh and point and be like, ha, diarrhea. Yeah. Diarrhea is a funny word, too.
It's a funny word.
Like, I guarantee, my mom made delicious chili tonight, and I was so down on my laurels, I had 3.5 bowls of it. I'm probably going to have explosive diarrhea tonight.
There you go.
It's okay. It happens.
Okay.
What's that old kid's book? Everybody poops?
Everybody poops.
Like, it's okay. Like, explosive diarrhea put me in Twitter jail for 12 hours. Like, think about how
think
silly
I
that is.
think Twitter thought that you said you wanted them to explode. No, you didn't want them to explode.
No, I wanted it to go to their thighs.
Yes.
And then it'll blow up.
I'm sorry, what?
We got a 23-19.
I'm just seeing Squidward looking down at his big old thunder thighs after eating the entire stock of Krabby Patties.
He probably had explosive diarrhea. That's why he exploded.
Yes.
It's probably explosive diarrhea.
This isn't a pie. This is a bomb.
Dude, what did the ambulance driver at that episode say? I remember my first Krabby Patty.
Yes.
Because he had explosive diarrhea.
Yes.
It happens to everybody, even
And
SpongeBob
no one
characters.
got hurt. Yes, he blew up, but then
It was explosive diarrhea.
It was explosive diarrhea.
So yes, explosive diarrhea put me in Twitter jail for 12 hours.
Start playing the SpongeBob cop music in the background. Da 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 da.
Like, SpongeBob got put in jail for less when they stole a balloon than I am for tweeting about explosive diarrhea.
And you're free to go.
That's how it should be for me. I should have been free to go. I deleted the tweet. That was part of the process. I had to delete
You
the
have
post.
to delete the tweet?
Yeah. And then I'm still in Twitter jail for 12 hours. It should just be deleted and be done.
This is why I am glad I am no longer on Twitter, because it seems like that app is just a complete hellhole at this point.
That's also how you know. Like, I made a backup account just so I could get my thoughts off, so I'm not tweeting from the underground account. But like I said at the top of the show, if I am tweeting from there, I'll sign them KB. It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Because I'm tweeting into the void on this new account because nobody follows me. I can't interact with anyone. And it's not worth building up a temporary account.
Yep.
And it's just like, it's so frustrating that I can't tweet after the frustrating ass weekend that we had with the major four sports in this town, not named the Flyers.
The Vineland Municipal Utilities is committed to helping your business succeed. As a community-owned utility, our focus is on service, not profit. From site planning to powering your operations, we can help you achieve your strategic goals. Whether it's a customized cost analysis of your usage needs, engineering support to ensure a smooth interconnection, or offering lower rates than neighboring utilities, we want to be your partner in creating an environment for long-term success. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season.
Yeah.
Hey,
at this point, just start calling it the Major 5 because that's where the Union deserve to be.
Yeah, I mean, they're in my Major 4 ahead of a certain team already, so we'll talk about them in just a few. But before we keep it pushing, Eagles, figure it the fuck out, boys. No better way to sit down and figure some things out, though, Harrison, than with an ice-cold Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder, so you've got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, Delaware, Pittsburgh, and Maryland areas. You can also find Kenwood Beer at your local liquor stores, convenience stores, and supermarkets in those markets. Again, that's kenwoodbeer.com. Must be 21 or older to do so. And as always, guys, please drink responsibly.
I could have used at least 7 or 8 Kennys today. And that would have been great.
They need Kenny at your old place of employment. Did you see they retired Kadek's jersey at your?
I did.
At your pub.
And then they played a game of basketball right outside the. And Darian DeVries, the new head coach, bought everybody in the bar around.
Nice.
I'm heading back out there in
soon.
19 days. That bar, they better stock up on Jameson. Upstairs Pub, if you're listening, get ready.
Dude, we just need Upstairs to sponsor this show. I don't care if they're in Indiana.
The India. Once we get an underground Indiana going, and it's just me ranting and raving about how much Indiana University is the best and Purdue fucking sucks.
And how much we love TJ McConnell.
We love TJ McConnell.
That's our connection there. Come on,
Yes.
Upstairs.
And we both had to suffer through Carson Wentz.
It's true.
What
else? We love Clayton.
Jonathan Taylor's from South Jersey.
Jonathan Taylor. We like Caitlin Clark.
We love Caitlin Clark. The Hallie's cool. Hallie's really cool. What the Hallie?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on, Upstairs. Come on.
Hold on.
Let's go around the NFL though, Harrison. As we take a look at everything that went down this week. 49ers and Rams Thursday night went to overtime. 49ers beat the Rams in thrilling Mac Jones fashion. Want to talk about Maction? It's right there for you.
It's right there.
One of the funniest Twitter jokes came from this next game. Vikings 21, Browns 17. Did you see the Browns graphic about how they were playing in London this week?
No, I don't think I did.
So it was just a big post, like London in the background said Browns in London. To which someone quote tweeted and said, "Wow, finally the ever long awaited sequel to blank in Paris has finally dropped."
God damn it.
I was like, how are people this quick?
Also, I know the Cleveland Browns are the Cleveland Browns, but you really couldn't have thought of some kind of better graphic than that? Like, I don't know. Cleveland in London?
Cleveland?
Cleveland. There you go.
Come on. It's right there.
The London Browns kind of works. Not really, though.
London Browns is falling down.
There we go.
They lost to Carson Wentz 21-17.
Yes, they did. Speaking of Carson Wentz.
21-17, Vikings win. Cowboys 37, Jets 22. The Jets absolutely stink.
Yes, but at least the Cowboys kind of stink as well, and this might be one of the only wins they really get this season.
I'm just shocked at how bad defensively the Jets are when they have a defensive-minded head coach.
It's gonna. I think Aaron Glenn is gonna need 2 years to build his roster.
Yeah, because they are stink.
They are abysmal, and it's because Justin Fields doesn't look that bad.
No, but he doesn't have protection. He
doesn't have protection.
One weapon on offense.
And that weapon he has, he is really tight with, and they had that college connection. But I think Justin Fields should be their quarterback going forward. They just need to protect him, get him more weapons, and fix their defense.
Yeah, their defense is bad. Bad.
Yes.
Speaking of bad, Eagles' next opponent, Giants 14, Saints 26.
Yeah, when you lose to the Saints, you know the season's unsalvageable.
Not only when you lose to the Saints, you lost to Spencer Rattler.
You just lost to Spencer Rattler.
Wait, can you do that again so I can clip that?
You just lost to Spencer Rattler.
Congrats to Kellen Moore. First win as a head coach.
Hey, shout out Kellen.
For the Saints.
Please come back to Philadelphia, Kellen.
Please. Mia Moore, please. I beg you. Speaking of Indiana, Colts absolutely mollywopped the Raiders 40-6.
Indiana Jones is here to stay.
Dude, that's such an elite nickname.
It's such an elite nickname. He's good. He's actually good. He's who would have thought?
All you have to do is leave the Giants.
Yes. Saquon won a Super Bowl after leaving the Giants. Are the Indianapolis Colts going to win the Super Bowl this year?
Is Daniel Jones the early MVP frontrunner?
Yes.
Like,
yes.
That's how good he's been playing.
I mean, it's either him or Josh Allen. I
And
don't
think Daniel Jones has been more valuable.
Yes, it's not Patrick Mahomes.
No.
It's not Lamar Jackson.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like Daniel Jones might fuck around and win the MVP.
Puka Nacua might fuck around and win the MVP too, though.
Yeah, if he breaks the receiving, if he has a 2,000-yard receiving season, but
yeah,
I think that giving it to a position player was dead and gone when Cooper Kupp got the Triple Crown and didn't win it.
Yeah, but who knows?
Shout out to Danny Dimes.
Shout out to Danny Dimes.
Panthers, in miraculous fashion, come back to beat the Dolphins 27-24.
If Mike McDaniel still has a job as a head coach by this time next week, I will be shocked.
Dolphins are 1-4, Panthers 2-3.
You know what I wouldn't be too mad about? If a certain offensive coordinator.
That's been a big Eagles Twitter manifestation.
He's a great offensive mind. Having him work with Jalen Hurts, I wouldn't be mad about it.
It would be interesting.
I think he'd take the job too.
Oh yeah, because he's not gonna be a head coach ever again.
No, at least until he gets a couple good years of proven offensive coordinator work back in.
Yeah, and even then, I don't know if it'll happen.
Yeah,
you might have to go to college to coach as a head coach and then come back. But like we mentioned, unfortunately, Broncos 21, Eagles 17. Texans absolutely decimate the Cooper Rush-led Ravens 44-10.
The Steelers are winning that division this year.
Oh, yeah. It's theirs to lose.
I don't think the Ravens are even going to make the playoffs.
No, they're 1-4 now.
1-4.
Lamar's still hurt.
Lamar's hurt. Derrick Henry has age finally caught up to him?
I don't know. I think it's a lot of just bad play calling for them too. And I also think it's the Ravens being the Ravens and they never invest in the wide receiver position. And it's coming back to bite them so badly right now.
And their big old evil dipshit of a kicker is gone.
Yeah. And their defense is just bad.
Their defense is bad.
This might be one of the worst Ravens defenses of our lifetime so far.
This might be the worst Ravens team of our lifetime.
Yeah, through 5 weeks, it has been brutal.
Yeah. Because they're always competitive. I can't think of a time when they haven't been competitive.
Let me see the last time the Ravens finished under 500 or at 500. It might have been when Harbaugh took over.
Yeah,
so
all right.
The last time that they were really bad, they went 8-9 in 2021, and they finished.
That's not even bad. That's mediocre,
average. And then
it's mid.
They went 5-11 in 2015.
Oh yeah.
And then
but that was such an anomaly that it was so easily forgettable.
They went 5-11 in 2007, the year before they won the Super Bowl. And then
in 07?
Yeah.
Didn't they win the Super Bowl in 12?
Or yeah, you're right. 08 was
08 was
08 was the
was that the Giants game. Or was that the Steelers?
They went to the AFC Championship game.
No, it's the AFC Champion. Wait, was that the Steelers against the Cardinals?
Steelers Cardinals, yeah. They lost to the Steelers 13-6, yeah.
Yeah.
I mixed that up with 12. But yeah, they went 5-11 in 07, and then their worst record ever was 4-12 their first year in 1996.
When they were still technically the Cleveland Browns, but in Baltimore.
Yeah.
The Cleveland Browns.
Just bad.
Anyway.
Bad Ravens. Titans 22, Cardinals 21. Did you see how the Titans won that game?
One of the worst made field goals I've ever seen in my life.
Just the way that they got the touchdown was absurd.
Yes.
Cam Ward throws the interception. The guy who picked it off fumbles it.
Yep.
And then it's returned to the end zone for a touchdown.
Is there any other way for the Titans to win a football game, though?
No, but I love every second that the Arizona Cardinals suck because fuck Jonathan Gannon.
Fuck Jonathan Gannon. We
It's
should have
so funny.
have 3 Super Bowls in the last 10 years instead of just 2.
It's so funny. I love seeing their mishaps. Buccaneers 38, Seahawks 35. Game of the week.
Both of those teams are legit.
Very legit. I think we knew the Bucs were legit.
Yep.
Ibuka is unbelievable.
He's so good. Him and Baker are going to be scary.
Like, the fact that they can survive Mike Evans-less games because they
And
have
Evans
a guy
came
like
back
that.
anyway this week too, didn't he?
Right, but he didn't play against the Eagles.
No.
And
They were still in
no,
that.
Mike Evans is out 4 weeks, I think.
I thought I got it.
Godwin's back, though.
Godwin's back. Yeah, I was going to
Godwin
say.
came back last week against the Eagles, too. But the fact that they have been able to survive without Mike Evans and Godwin because they have Ibuka is unbelievable. Rashad White, 2 touchdowns in this game in the absence of Bucky Irving.
Yep.
Baker threw for almost 400 yards.
Could this be another Bucks year? It could be a Bucks year.
I hope not. I can't
I
stand
hope
them.
not. I would be happy for Baker.
Can I
though.
also just say Sam Darnold is very legit still?
Sam Darnold's legit. That Seahawks team, even though they lost,
They're very good.
They're very good. They're very good.
Like, they can throw the ball. Jackson Smith and Jigba is the real deal.
JSN is unreal.
Cooper Kupp is fitting in perfectly with them as a wide receiver too. AJ Barner is really coming into his own as a tight end there.
Yep.
Their defense is legit too. Seahawks are going to be a team to watch out for in that NFC West. Like, it's not a foregone conclusion that the Rams are winning that division.
Well, especially not after the Rams lost to the Niners.
Right.
But also, that jersey matchup.
I have a hot take. I wish that was the Seahawks regular uniforms. That's not my hot take. I love those.
Yeah, I was going to
jerseys.
say, that is a very mild take.
That's one of the few that I'm like, I wish this was their regular uniform. I'm not a fan of the creamsicle bucks.
You see, I like the white creamsicle.
It looks way better than the creamsicle base. Yes.
Yes. The what I love the white creamsicle. I despise the full creamsicle.
Orange, yeah.
Yeah, but that white creamsicle just kind of hits a little different.
Yeah, it looked good in the matchup being like both teams and throwbacks. That was fun. I also think that throwbacks should be, if you want to draw more attention to them, it should be Thursday Night Footballs when those are worn.
Yes.
Put them in prime time. Put them in under the lights. Like, Throwback Thursday. Boom. I've said that for years. Like, that's when throwbacks should be worn. But that's my take. Is I'm not as big on the creamsicles as most people. But the Seahawks jerseys look beautiful. I love those silver helmets for them too. I think that's what makes it. Lions 37, Bengals 24. The Lions broke an NFL record today. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs got into the end zone for an NFL record 14th time in the same game.
Good God.
Like, they've done it 14 times where both of those guys have scored.
That is the best running back committee in the NFL, and I don't think that's a doubt.
And I think it's an injustice to call it a committee.
Yeah.
It's just a tandem.
It's the dynamic duo. Sonic and Knuckles. They're Batman and Robin, but it feels like a crime to call one of them Robin. This is world's finest. This is Superman and Batman.
Yeah, they're so good. Bengals 37 or Lions 37, Bengals 24. Good on the Bengals for making it like a game.
Yeah, but they're bad.
But they're bad without Joe Burrow.
Yes. They're bad with Joe Burrow. They're wasting Joe Burrow's career.
I had a hot take. Joe Burrow's gonna be the next Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I can see it.
They don't invest in the offensive line, and it shows.
Yeah,
that's why Burrow misses.
They're leaving him to die.
Commanders 27, Chargers 10. The Chargers are so overrated; it's not even funny.
The Chargers will charger.
Like,
there's
everyone claimed that the AFC West was over after 3 weeks, and now the Chargers have dropped games to the Giants and Commanders in back-to-back weeks.
I think the AFC West is more likely going to be a 2-horse race than a 3-horse race. I think it's gonna be the Broncos and Chargers fighting it out. I don't think the Chiefs are going to be good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all the Chiefs still have some voodoo magic. I think.
I think Taylor Swift's new album though got rid of any of those voodoo magic because I haven't listened to it. I'm not going to listen to it, but I've heard it's horrific. So
Yeah, I've heard some really weird things about it.
some of the cringiest lyrics. I've heard some of the lyrics. Why are you writing like a 60-year-old who's trying to be a 19-year-old? You are what she's like 36, 37?
Taylor is 35. She'll be 36 in December.
You should know how a normal person from the age range of 20 to 35 talks. Stop trying to talk like an older person trying to talk like a younger person. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, not great reviews so far from the masses, but Chargers, I think they are wildly overrated, and until they prove that they can actually win, they will always be like one of those teams that are just they're perfectly fine, but they're not elite, they're not great, they're
there. Good. They're fine.
And at the time of this recording, it's late in the second quarter. Patriots 3, Bills 3.
Ooh.
Very reverse of what I think a lot of people thought that game was going to be. I thought a lot of people thought it was going to be high scoring. It's 3-3. And then Monday Night Football, Chiefs-Jaguars at Jacksonville.
I think the Jaguars win that game.
I do too. Or at least cover. I wonder what the
hey, good teams win, good teams win, great teams cover.
What's the spread? Chiefs-Jaguars. Chiefs are 3.5-point favorites. Oh my God! Give me the Jags plus.
Give me that Jags money line, or not even. Give me the Jags spread.
Give me Jags plus 3.5 all day.
Yeah, all day, every day.
They've been playing great football under Liam Cohen. So
Etienne is good again.
Yeah. And then Thursday Night Football, Eagles at Giants. Upcoming on this.
Please, we need to win that game by 50 points.
We'll talk about that obviously on Wednesday's show. Myself, Seamus, and then depending on Harrison's work schedule, we'll also be talking about it on for Thursday's episode to get you ready for that. But our Around the NFL segment there, brought to you by Paramount Plus. Guys, there's no better way to stream the NFL than on Paramount Plus. You can watch your local team's games all season long on Paramount Plus. Plus their entire back catalog of just incredible stuff. South Park, all your 90s Nickelodeon shows, all that good stuff. Survivor as well, all on Paramount Plus. If you're a student, get up to 50% off through the end of the year on any Paramount Plus plan when you use our link in the description to sign up for Paramount Plus. So don't miss out on any of the NFL action. And if you're a student, sign up for Paramount Plus and get up to 50% off any Paramount Plus plan. And I think it might just be 50% off. So it's like an unbelievable deal now through the end of the year. So you still have a lot of time, but sign up now. Sign up for Paramount Plus. Don't miss a single second of NFL action streaming on Paramount Plus. Let's talk a little fun stuff, Harrison. The Flyers.
Yeah, let's end this on a bright note.
We'll do a little news and notes on the Flyers. They made a trade today. End of an era. Ryan Ellis. C'est la vie. Traded to the Sharks. What do you make of Danny Briere getting off of Ryan Ellis?
He's giving us more cap room. He's freeing up the back line. He's making us a younger team. And we got a draft. No, wait. We sent a draft pick over to them, didn't we?
Ryan Ellis and a 2026 conditional 6th-round pick from the Flyers go to San Jose in exchange for Carl Grundstrom and Artem Guryev.
I'm not going to lie. I don't know much about those guys.
I'll pull up some Google searching.
You know, offloading Ellis, and I have massive respect to him, but offloading Ellis is huge for the team, huge for our cap. And it's a good way to go into the season. I don't think the Flyers are going to be anything to, sneeze at this year, but we're going to be fun to watch. And we could be like a sneaky backdoor playoff team.
So Guryev was the Sharks' 5th round pick in 2021. He's 22 years old.
Okay, nice and young.
And Grundstrom is 27. He played 54 games. He averaged about 54 games the previous 3 seasons in LA.
Okay.
Had 19 points in 2022-2023. And last year played in 56 games, 9 points. Kind of seemed like a back of the. He's kind of like a
bottom
fourth
3
line
defender.
type.
Or bottom 4 line.
He's
forward.
a forward, yeah.
Bottom 4 forward.
But I mean, he's relatively young. Like he's 27, so like that's more youth in their prime type guys. He's Swedish. He signed to a 2-year, $3.6 million contract. So it's like very low money. And then Guryev is 22 years old. He's 6'4".
That works.
He's from Russia.
That Russian connection with Matvey.
And he's a defenseman. 6'4" defenseman. Sign me up. So he was drafted when he was 18 because he's 22 now, and he was drafted in 2021. I mean, I'll take it. You know, get off of a bad contract, a guy who really didn't do much for you in a Flyers uniform to no fault of his own. He just could not stay healthy whatsoever. But we will always have in the studio, Harrison, we will always have the Ryan Ellis Chia Pet.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Always and forever. Thank you, LZ.
We should go to the Flyers home opener.
Yeah. Wait, when is that?
I believe it is October 13th.
October 13th. Okay.
I think it's a Monday.
Monday.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Let me check my schedule, and then we'll get back to that on there. Okay.
7 p.m. is the
October 13th.
start. Just because I know a little birdie told me there's gonna be something very fun for the opening night giveaway.
I think I'm. Wait, I am off that day. I'd be down.
I may or may not have had a part in having the initial wheels turn on it. I'll tell you once we finish recording.
But
yeah, I will be in the building no matter what. But I figured, hey, let's go have an early birthday celebration.
I'm down.
And go watch the Fly Guys. They play with Panthers too. Be a fun game.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm off that day. I'm down.
Let's do it. But yeah, good on Danny Briere. Danny Briere continues to showcase why he's a very good GM.
Yes, he's a very good GM.
So I like that trade a lot. You get 2 assets, little money, young guys. You get off of a bad contract. Good job by Danny Briere. Let's get to the fun part of the episode, Harrison. I know it took us over an hour and a half to get here, but guess what? We had to air our grievances like it's fucking Festivus.
Yeah. I got a problem with you people. You're gonna listen to me say it.
And by you people, I mean the Phils, the Birds, and the NFL officials.
Yes. And Rob Thompson.
And explosive diarrhea.
And Twitter.
The Philadelphia Union are your 2025 Supporter Shield champions.
All right. One more trophy to get. Go on and get it, boys. It's yours for the taking.
Head Underground Sports Philadelphia injury expert, OG, my dad and my sister were in the building yesterday because I ordered tickets for that game 2 months ago for Matt's birthday, and then it just so happened that game fell on the same day as NLDS Game 1. Matt is unfortunately sick, so he missed the game, but my sister and dad both went. My dad's first Union game, and they got to witness the Supporter Shield Championship be crowned to the Philadelphia Union. 1-0 win over a very good New York City FC team. It was essentially a playoff primer because New York City is the 3 seed, I believe, last I checked. So that's a great win to kind of get ready for the playoffs. So New York City has fallen a little bit behind Charlotte and Inter Miami, but I think going into play, they were the 3 seed in the East. 66 points with 1 game left to go for the Union, 20 wins. That's also a franchise record. The previous high for the Union was 2022 when they won 19 games. So 20 wins, a new club record. 33 goals against, 57 goals for, 24 in the plus-minus category on goal differential, still with a game to go. By far the highest in all of MLS.
Yep.
Outside of Vancouver, who are at a plus 28.
Well, and Vancouver is just that high because Thomas Mueller came in and just kind of...
And we lost 7-0 to them.
Yes, because, again, Thomas fucking Mueller
Yeah.
is Thomas fucking Mueller.
This is awesome for the Union.
Yes.
You know, and it kind of, not that them winning it in 2020 was like, oh, it's 2020. Like, it was cool. That was our first trophy. But, like, this one feels
More
that
significant.
much more, like, legitimate and, like,
Yes.
earned and...
It doesn't feel Mickey Mouse.
Right, and to do it with a first-year head coach.
Yep.
And I'll go out and say it. Before, you know, the season and everything, you and I both said we didn't know what to expect with Jim Curtin being, you know, let go and bringing in a new coach for the first time in our, like, cognizant memory of this team. Like,
Yep.
You didn't know how this team was going to respond. You know, they cut a lot of payroll. They traded a lot of key fixtures on this team. But they came together and played, to date, the best regular season we have ever seen from the Philadelphia Union in club history.
Yes. The greatest season I've seen. They look dominant on all facets of the ball. And here's hoping that now that the playoffs are starting, we can go get the big one.
Yeah, I mean, we have one more game left, not this coming weekend, but the following against Charlotte. So another, like, before the postseason type of game. That's
Yep.
on October 18th. So, like, you get a little bit of a playoff primer on the road. But I think it's also very cool, and it's like, it almost reminds me of Liverpool when they won the league last year in Premier League, where, like, they won the league in 2020 but didn't get to, like, celebrate it with their fans and everything. Same thing for the Union. Like, we got to win this at Subaru Park. We got to win it in front of the fans. Good friend of the program, Jimmy King, who I'm hoping to have on for some weekly spots during the playoffs, was out in the parking lot, and, like, there were, like, security workers lifting the supporter shield in the parking lot that MLS, like, tweeted his video out. Like, that's how special this is, and how, like, this is a total franchise, like, effort to win the supporter shield and what it means to everybody. Like, Kai Wagner and a bunch of the guys were, like, late to the press conference because they were in the hallways with fans so that they could lift the supporter shield. Like, this team, we've said it all year, like, this team deserves so much more love and, like, coverage, because not only of how good they are, but just, like, how much the players on the team this year in particular, Bradley Carnell, years past Jim Curtin, like, how much they care about the city. And it's very impressive that this team can go in, have, like, one of the lowest payrolls of any team in professional soccer, and come out on top with the best record in the league. It's an accomplishment that is top down, like, job well done. And while, you know, this is awesome, the job's not done yet, like we said. You still got to go out and perform in the playoffs, but what a cool moment for this team to just be able to celebrate, like, Alejandro Bedoya, Andre Blake, like, 2 Philly legends. Like, the picture of Bedoya with his face all bloodied up, like, those guys are institutional Philadelphia sports legends, and now they get to, you know, be part of another trophy celebration and get to do it in front of the fans. And for all the build-up, you know, over the past couple of years. Will Bedoya be back? Will he not be back? And for him to be here for this moment, I think is so special. For Andre Blake to be on this team, super special. To have, it sucks for Quinn Sullivan tearing his ACL and he's out for the year, but like the Sullivans who are from Delco to experience this and to bring in guys like Milan Olaski and guys that have been part of this team for however long to be a part of this, it really is such a special season, and I think it's only getting started, and I think this team knows what's ahead of them. I think the wake-up call for them was that 7-0 shellacking at Vancouver and then kind of coming out flat in the U.S. Open Cup semifinal against Nashville. And since then, you get that 1-0 gutty win against New England at home. You put up a 6-piece and a clean sheet against D.C., and then you battle and win in front of your home fans a Supporter Shield title for the second time in 5 years and the second time in franchise history. Like we always say, they'll never take away pennants. They'll never take away banners. They'll never take away trophies. Those things fly and hang in the trophy case forever. That's a trophy for the Philadelphia Union.
Yep, exactly.
And I mean, like, it feels good. Like, feels good to have that title. And now, we as fans, the team, coaching staff, ownership, you should want more. And this is just chapter 1 of what will hopefully be a lengthy chapter book going into December. And we're talking in December about the Philadelphia Union winning the MLS Cup title for the first time in club history.
Yep. And that would be beautiful.
100%. So congratulations to the Union. A job well done. Ure getting the goal is just perfect. And just a job. Like I said, I think it's even more impressive to get the win like that against a playoff team that the Union could end up seeing down the line too. To get a win like that against New York City, who are a very good team, that have unlimited money essentially because of who their owners are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good win, and that's outside of that Vancouver game, looking at everything outside of Vancouver in the U.S. Open Cup semifinal, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight clean sheets for the Union.
Wow.
In terms of MLS wins. Their last 5 wins have been clean sheets. 4-0 against Chicago, 1-0 against Cincinnati, 1-0 against New England, 6-0 against DC, 1-0 against New York City. The last time that they allowed a goal in a win in MLS play was July 26th against Colorado when they won 3-1.
Damn.
Like every other game they've played in have been clean sheets, whether they got blanked or they won by blanking the opponent. Because it was 1-0. They lost to the New York Red Bulls on August 16th after the game we went to. Then it was 4-0 against Chicago, 1-0 against Cincy. They got blanked 7-0 against Vancouver, 1-0 against New England, 6-0 against DC, 1-0 against Philly. So 7 straight games, one way or another, the Union have been involved in clean sheets. That's crazy.
Team. What a team.
They're 5-2 in their last 7 clean sheets.
That's incredible.
That's absolutely wild. And their last game where they conceded a goal and won in MLS play was July 26th.
God damn.
That's like over 2 months ago.
That's insane. That's insane.
I would love to see them finish with a clean sheet on the winning end against Charlotte, too. That would just be perfect, like cherry on top. I think Andre Blake is playing one of the best seasons of his career, even at age 34. Like, he's been spectacular.
He has.
And 20 wins for the Philadelphia Union here in 2024, 2025 is fucking awesome. Plus, they qualify for, the CONCACAF Champions League.
Yeah.
So they're back
CONCACAF.
in. They're, let me see here. Because I think 6 teams have qualified. There's 4 left. Yeah, the Champions Cup.
Yep.
Yeah, the teams that are in now that the Union have qualified, there are, let's see, because I know Inter Miami is in. The Club America is in. Vancouver is in. Nashville is in. LA Galaxy, Seattle Sounders are in. And then all the other teams are international. But hey, that's another trophy we can go play for next year.
Yes, sir.
That's fun. Congrats to the Union, man. Job well done. What a job by the Union to get that done. And our Union coverage there brought to you by our friends over at Biñho. Guys, let me tell you, Harrison and I love Biñho. It is truly the coolest game to break out at a party, at a tailgate, your man cave, your she shed, whatever it may be. You break out a Biñho board, you're going to be the talk of your event. It's paper football meets foosball for the next big tabletop gaming experience. They have officially licensed Philadelphia Union boards, so get those now to support the 2025 Supporter Shield winners. Plus, they have officially licensed boards for a ton of Premier League teams, including Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. They have PSG boards, Juventus, and so much more. Every single MLS team as well. Plus, you can customize boards. They're dropping new things every single week. Use our link in the description. Shop with Biñho. And when you go to checkout, use code BiñhoBennett62, and you'll get 10% off your next order from our friends at Biñho. So use our link in the description. That way Biñho knows you're coming from us. And when you go to checkout, use code BiñhoBennett62 to get 10% off your next order from our friends at Biñho. And we thank Biñho for being a proud partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. That is all we've got for you guys on this one. We will be bringing Top Ins back at some point. Our work schedules have just been absolutely bonkers. I've been chomping at the bit to talk some Premier League. It's been a while since we've recorded.
Especially because Chelsea just whooped, or they didn't whoop them, but played like they whooped them in Liverpool.
Yeah, I hate that I haven't been able to talk about Brighton in a long time, and I need to talk about them for sure. But yes, don't forget, Brighton whooped that ass.
And then we beat Liverpool, so
yeah,
I'm still high.
And then we drew the Wolves, so
yeah,
fun stuff. But Top Ins will be back in the near future. Don't worry. We're just working out just like scheduling wise and the best way to like release it for you guys. But make sure you're following us on the socials at Underground PHI across the board. Hopefully I'll be out of Twitter jail by the time this episode comes out. But if not, stay tuned for more explosive diarrhea tweets. Subscribe to the pod, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave us a 5-star review. Goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow. Subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. That is where you get full video episodes of every show on the network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. We're at 1,110 subscribers, so keep subscribing. youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. I also forgot about this because when the Union won the Supporter Shield in 2020, Harrison, this tweet just got retweeted by Jimmy King. This is a crazy story from 2020. So Andrew Wiebe, he is the sideline reporter for Sunday Night Soccer on MLS and on Apple TV. This is the story of how a Captain America shield complete with 150-pound force magnet became the Supporter Shield. I'm told the true forged by the Supporter Shield didn't arrive from LA in time, so the Union got creative. They were about to get a 16-inch pizza tray covered with a vinyl sticker when someone said, well, I do know a guy with a shield. Turns out the web manager's fiance's sister's boyfriend is the proud owner of a full Captain America costume. We're not talking Halloween. Legit. His name is Jeremy. He lives in Medford, which is quite literally Brendan Aronson's hometown. He told the Union he wasn't a sports fan, but it sounded like a cool idea. The team drove to Medford, got the shield, and used a heat gun to put the vinyl Supporter Shield over the top. The magnet on the back, powerful enough for it to stick and hold to the back of the costume, like I said, legit, was so strong that the heat guns got stuck to it during the process of applying the vinyl. End result, fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Just
incredible.
that a Captain America shield was the 2020 supporter shield.
And it makes sense for Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, it's so sick.
Like any other team tries to do that, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. But you're just like, okay. It's weird that it didn't get out there, but of course it didn't make it out to Philadelphia because the country hates Philadelphia, but the culture was also founded here. So of course Captain America got it sorted for us.
Also, very funny tweet here before I talk about the city of Vineland. Adam Silver says they're using AI to look into why Achilles tears increased this season per ESPN, to which at user Moose on TWT on Twitter said, Allen Iverson has never torn his Achilles. I don't see how he could help.
Hey, that's the real AI. I don't give a shit about
It's the only AI.
It's the only AI. My glorious king. Hope he's doing well.
Support local artists like our good friend Olivia Smith, who designed today's Eagles game day poster.
Yes.
Shout out
Not
to Olivia.
AI art. AI art is not art. It is
Bad.
It's like NFTs.
It's how's the old line go? Stinky.
But
shout out to Olivia, very proud friend over here for her designing the Eagles game day poster. But yeah, support local artists like we do because they're the fucking best. And also the absolute best is the city of Vineland. And like we mentioned at the top of the show, like we'll continue mentioning for quite some time because we're going to be there. And it's going to be an absolute doozy of a time. The Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday, November 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Meet Melissa Joan Hart plus fan favorite stars like Dan Parent, the legendary Archie's comic artist and writer, Kevin Clash, the voice of Elmo, Splinter, and Baby Sinclair, and Keith Williams, the iconic comic book inker from Marvel and more. Comics, cosplays, collectibles, and over 6,000 fans. Visit gscfvineland.com for all the details. Again, the Garden State Comic Fest is coming to the new Vineland Convention Center Saturday, November 15th and Sunday, November 16th. For all the details, visit gscfvineland.com, Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. And this has been episode number 783, a diarrhea-filled, just mind-numbingly annoying, frustrating, supporter shield winning edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia. For Harrison, I'm KB. Let's get a fucking win tonight as you guys are listening to this. Phils, Birds, let's bounce back and beat the piss out of the Giants. Otherwise, I might experience explosive diarrhea like no other. And shout out to the Union for bringing home an important win for us to at least take solace in this week. We'll talk to you guys on Thursday. But until then, we're getting the heck up out of here. We are signing off. Peace.